Welcome to Virtual Bookshop, your stop for the best in inspirational fiction and nonfiction. Today we sit down with Eddie Jones, pirate at heart, surfer of both waves and words, minister to the underserved, and of course, a storyteller with a purpose. You've carved a unique niche writing monster mysteries for boys, especially reluctant readers. What sparked your passion for this genre?
As a kid, I built Aurora monster models. Frankenstein, Dracula, the Mummy, the Wolfman, the Phantom of the Opera. I watched scary movies on Saturday mornings and dark shadows after school. I've always been fascinated by classic monster themes. I suppose at an early age I saw how, in the right environment, anyone could become a monster. The Caden Chronicles aims to debunk classic monster myths while pointing readers to what I believe is the source of those myths, the Bible. For example, the vampire idea may stem from the upper room, where Jesus said, "If you drink my blood, you will live forever." He was referring to belief in him. A man many believe walked out of a tomb 3 days later. In Matthew, we read that many other dead also rose and walked into Jerusalem. There's your vampire and mummy myth. In Daniel, you find hints of the werewolf. Jesus' disciples once thought he was a ghost. And today, through modern medicine, we have a kind of Frankenstein, individuals reshaped and rebuilt through surgery.
Your book, Rumor of a Werewolf, was a Sella Award finalist. What made this story stand out to you during the writing process? And what message were you most eager for readers to take away?
Of all the books, this one I love most. Males especially carry a fear, deep, unspoken, that we're one look, one conversation, one dark alley away from becoming a monster. We fear that by night we might prey, and by day appear respectable. This fear, that a man can be both monster and gentleman, haunts many of the men I've known. Women can turn too, but with men, our strength adds another layer. This duality echoes what the Apostle Paul wrote. Why do I do the thing I hate?
You once said, to hold a book in your hands, to have one you keep as a friend, that is a treasure. Do you have a childhood book that became that kind of friend to you? How did it shape your journey as a writer?
Tom Sawyer, for sure. For Father's Day this year, my boys gave me Chernow's Mark Twain biography. It's a fascinating look at how Sam Clemens's early life shaped everything he wrote. Same with me. Tom became, and remains, my best fictional friend. Every girl I've ever loved is Becky Thatcher. Every stranger I've ever met is someone standing by the fence, listening as I spin a harmless lie into a tall tale.
Any final thoughts before we wrap up?
I believe words are seeds. They can spark laughter or rage, love or war, hope or despair. Every movement that ever changed history began with words. Hitler used words to fuel hate. Gandhi used words to promote peace. Jesus spoke words that still change lives today, while Martin Luther King Jr. used words to call a nation toward justice. Words like, "You'll never become," or "You are destined to become." Take root in our hearts and produce fruit. That's why I write to entertain, yes, to cause readers to laugh, of course, but I also write to nudge readers toward deeper questions about why they're here and what adventure might be waiting for them to discover.